Hello everybody, welcome back to Football United TV. I'm your host Matt King, and today we're going to give you a quick update on transfer rumours, news and other news going on in football, because obviously Bundesliga's come back, we've got the Serie A coming back next weekend, and we've got the Premier League coming back in a couple of weeks as well, and some really good games coming up in the Premier League, and hopefully we'll get some more shows put up, so we can pretty much get prepared for the comeback. Hopefully Eric will be coming on soon, talk about Chelsea. We're going to talk about Chelsea today because they've had some fantastic news in the transfer market. They have just pretty much bagged Timo Werner from RB Leipzig at the Bundesliga. And the funny thing is, everybody, I'm pretty sure, thought that Liverpool were going to get Timo Werner. But the problem with Liverpool getting Timo Werner, well, a lot of gossip going around was he might not have a position if he comes into Liverpool because they got pretty much a really good attack. But Liverpool thought, well, we need someone to come in because they've got the African Cup of Nations coming up. And of course, Salah and Mane will be in that. So it'd be a good 3 or 4 weeks, a month or so, that he'd get like every single game. Now, maybe that was the problem with Timo Werner going to Liverpool. He thought, well, I want to be a full-time player for the club. I don't want to be like on the bench coming on every now and then. And Chelsea slapped the money down. I think it's around about 53 million. No haggling from them. They put the money down on what exactly RB Leipzig asked. And he's agreed terms as well. So looks like he'll be going there. But you never know. You want to see the player holding up the shirt. Until that happens, it's not definite, because this has happened before many times for lots of clubs when players have gone to the facility of the new club and everything's been agreed. They've even pretty much been about 5 minutes away from holding up the shirt, and then someone's come in and another offer, and then they're gone, they're off. Yeah. You got to wait until they've held the shirt up, and then you know. But it looks pretty much solid, and you got top journalists like Fabrizio Romano is well credited. He's been coming out pretty much saying it's true, and when someone like that says, then you know pretty much it's very, very close. So well done to Chelsea. But not only that, Ben Chilwell from Leicester City, left back. They wanted a left back, and looks like they've got one. He's agreed terms as well. That's a little bit behind the Timo Werner deal. It's close, but it's not as close as the Werner deal. So looks like they're bringing in some good players. And obviously Ziyech from Ajax has signed as well. He'll be on his way at the start of next season, whenever that is. So Chelsea looking like they want to dominate the Premier League again. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, Liverpool fans should be worried. But I'm pretty sure actually Liverpool fans are not worried. There's a lot of talk that they haven't got any money, Liverpool, but they definitely have. And not only that, as soon as Timo Werner was announced to be going to Chelsea, not by the club, by the way, just by the press and by agents and stuff, for the fact that they've agreed terms, etc., etc. So it looks like it, but it looks like it's bad news for Man United. Bad news for myself, because I wanted this player to come to Man United. Jadon Sancho. Liverpool are in the running for him too. Wow. And a lot of Man United fans are like, don't worry about that. They ain't going to go for him. Why would they? I've said this for a long time. And I said it a lot on the Football Terrace as well when Terry was talking about it, because I don't think he necessarily believed that Liverpool would ever even imagine going for Sancho. But why not? He's 19 years old. You look at Liverpool's front three. They're not going to last there forever, are they? Sancho, can take over in the next couple of years if he wanted to do that. Because it was the same thing as Timo Werner. He was going to be a sort of bench player. So I reckon they will sort of offer Sancho the same thing. But they'll give him at least first team football after a couple of years. That's what I think anyway. I don't see why they wouldn't compete with the likes of Man United for an English talent like Jadon Sancho. He scored a hat-trick the other day as well for Borussia Dortmund, and he pulled his shirt up, and it was shout-outs to George Floyd. Obviously what happened in America in Minneapolis, was brutally murdered by a cop, knee on the neck, strangled for about 9 minutes. I'm pretty sure you all know. Horrible news, and you know, it's caused a big uproar around the world, you know, because, you know, when is it going to end? We talked about it on the show. You can flip through all the videos about kicking racism out of football. It all collides. It's life at the end of the day. It happens everywhere you go, not just football. Just in general, it happens everywhere you go, and it just needs to be stomped out pretty much. And one love to everybody protesting all around the world right now. I think that's a remarkable thing. I know a lot of people are talking about it because of the COVID still around. We should be on lockdown and stuff, but as long as people are doing it safely as well, I know a lot of people won't, but as long as people are doing it safely, and I think I applaud them so much, and I'm with them every single step of the way. So let's get back onto, well, transfer rumours. What else we got going on here? Zaha for Crystal Palace. Arsenal looking to get Zaha. He's flattered by them showing interest. Will Crystal Palace let him go finally? He wants to be a part of a club where he might be able to win things. Is Arsenal that sort of club though now? That's down for you to decide, but with the way that Arsenal are looking at things, only wanting to do swap deals and, you know, loan deals and not having enough money, it's quite worrying really, you know, especially when you think about Aubameyang and Lacazette looking like they could possibly be on their way out, one or the other, or both of them. Who knows at the moment? A lot of Arsenal fans saying Lacazette's overrated, and he hasn't done exactly what he was signed to do. He's been not a flop, but just a decent player, whereas Aubameyang obviously has smashed it. And if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd want to keep Aubameyang definitely, because his ratings in the Premier League about how many goals he scored is unreal. Amazing player. Obviously being tapped up by Barcelona. I believe they wanted to do a swap deal, Arsenal. They wanted to swap maybe Aubameyang for Dembele. Also, other news coming from La Liga, Real Madrid. Toni Kroos looks like he wants to see out his career at Real Madrid. He's been there for a very long time. Won a fair few trophies, loads of Champions Leagues, as you know. Like, how many in a row? Crazy. Done well there. Wants to see it out. And he hasn't done too badly. Real Madrid haven't been too great. They've probably had the worst team they've had in a very long time recently, and they need to sort out their club pretty much, because they're failing to bag the players that they want to, especially with the market right now and what's happened, you know, with the coronavirus. It changes a lot of things. A lot of players, a lot of clubs won't be, the asking price for them will be different. There's a lot of players that are going to be going down by at least 20-30 million from what they were originally, so the clubs that can afford it, they'll definitely want to pounce on this and definitely take advantage, because if you look at Man United, they should take advantage of the Sancho thing, and just I guess just look in the market and see what clubs are offering for players now, and see if you can build up a squad for a good price. That's what Arsenal should be doing as well, because I know they definitely have got the money. Also, news coming out of La Liga, Barcelona this time. Messi's in contract talks to end his career there. There has been speculation that he might actually join the MLS, join David Beckham's team into Miami. But I don't reckon that'd be for a fair few years. Him and Ronaldo, at the ages that they are still prime. They're still the best in the world, and they've still got a fair few more years left in them. So I just don't think it's time yet. So maybe just stay at Barcelona for a little bit. I was thinking about it the other day to myself. I'd love to see him play in another league, especially the Premier League. Even if he doesn't do that well, it'd just be nice to see two of the best players we've had in the history of football play in the Premier League. That would be amazing. Man United news again. Ighalo has signed an extension on his contract. We were talking about this with Unofficial Pundit a few weeks ago. Go check out that video, by the way. It was pretty amazing. We're up to around 400 or so views, and thank you everybody for sharing and liking the content. We're doing pretty well. But yes, Ighalo has signed an extension for another year, Man United. He's very pleased about it, because obviously, like we was talking about, it's his dream to play for Man United. He's not going to take it for granted, you know. He's definitely willing to do whatever it takes to help Man United get back to where they want to be. And depending on what players Man United get in the summer, because obviously we've got a battle with Liverpool now for Sancho, but I still think Man United are probably at the top of the pickings for actually getting him. A lot closer than Liverpool, but Liverpool could definitely snatch it. They like to play their cards close to their chest. They don't like to show anybody what they're doing, which I think I applaud that. because I like I've said before to a few other people, Man United used to do that. You never really knew quite who they were going to get, and then suddenly they got them, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much it from us today. Do go check out our content below. We've got some recent vlogs with Eric talking about Champions League, unofficial pundit talking on Man United, the Paul Pogba saga, and Gomez, Lingard, etc, etc. Go check out Football Talk on Facebook. I'm a moderator on that. Very funny memes that go into that group chat, so it definitely will make you giggle if you go and check out that chat group. That is Football Talk on Facebook. And yeah, go and check us out on Twitter. Go check us out on Instagram, Football United TV. And we're going to be doing a competition soon as well. Now, basically, all you need to do is subscribe on our YouTube channel and either follow us on Instagram or Twitter and send us a direct message of your YouTube subscription name. And we'll pull it out of a hat, and the winner will get a brand new kit of the club of their choice for the new season. So I thought it'd be good to be generous, you know, give people a brand new shirt, you know. Why not? Season starts, it'll be nice, and hope it gets us a bit more exposure. People like the content. Thank you everybody for subscribing, sharing, liking, and we will be back in the next week or two, hopefully with Eric. We'll have a special one with Eric. We've got a Rangers fan coming on at some point, and we've got a Tottenham fan also to talk about Spurs versus Man United, one of the first games to come back in the Premier League. Everybody, stay safe. I hope you enjoy your weekend wherever you are in the world, and remember, football is coming back. Bye-bye.